Hello everyone. In this video, I'll explain AWS DataSync in a very simple way. So it is a tool that help you to transfer your data easily, quickly, and securely between your on-premises storage and AWS or between AWS services. So I'll cover what is data sync, why we need, what are the feature, how it will work, and benefits, use cases, limitations, AWS data sync pricing. So let's get started. So what is AWS data sync? AWS DataSync is a fully managed data transfer services provided by AWS to move large amount of data between one premises storage and AWS cloud storage services like Amazon S3, Amazon EFS, and Amazon FSX. It allows for both one-time data migration and a continuous synchronization, providing flexibility for various use cases. It's also helping tasks like migrating large database to AWS, achieving data for long-term storage and processing data in AWS services for analytics or machine learning. These services offers automation, scheduling and monitoring capabilities, making it easier to track progress and ensure successful data transfer. To move large amount of data from data between on-premises storage or AWS storage, we will use the data sync. So why data sync? So it's provide a fast, secure, and automated way to move large volumes of data between that is on-premises storage and AWS code services like S3, EFS. So traditional data transfer methods like manual uploads or a custom scripts are often slow, error prone, and require significant manual efforts. It addresses these challenges with high speed transfer that they are up to 10x faster than to optimize protocols and efficient use of network bandwidth. And additionally, data sync also allow user to schedule and automate recurring transfers, reducing manual interventions. So and it also supports multiple storage protocols such as NFS, SMB, and Amazon storage services, ensuring capabilities with existing storage solutions. Security is a key focus of this, as data sync encrypted all data in transit using TLS and validates data integrity, ensuring that files are transferred correctly and securely. Moreover, data sync can handle both on time one-time migration and ongoing synchronization, make it an ideal choice for hybrid cloud strategies. And continuous data transfer needs its scalability, automation, and integrity with AWS monitoring tools like CloudWatch, making it an essential tool for enterprises looking to simplify and accelerate their cloud adoption journey. So this is what why we need AWS data sync. So the next we have is a key feature. So the first key feature is it is a fast and a secure transfer. AWS data sync accelerates the transfer of large data set up by up to 10 times faster than a traditional method. This is achieved using optimized protocol and a network bandwidth utilization. The speed increase it's particularly beneficially for large scale data migration and disaster recovery scenario where time is a critical factor. The secure aspect ensure that all the data is encrypted during transfer, protecting it from interception or unauthorized access. So the next we have is a automated scheduling. With AWS data sync, user can schedule data transfer to occur at specific time, such as during off-peak hours. This feature is useful for organizations that want to avoid network congestion or optimize data transfer during less business period. Scheduled transfer reduce the need for manual intervention and help ensure consistency in a data migration workflow. The next we have is a multi-protocol support. AWS DataSync supports multi-storage protocol including NFS, that is Network File System, SMB, Server Message Block, Amazon S3 Simple Storage Services, EFS Elastic File System, and FSX File System for Windows. These compatibility allow data syncs to work with a wide range of existing on-premises storage system, make it easy for business to migrate data from um, systems to the AWS account. So the next we have is a data integrity. So AWS DataSync ensure that the data being transferred is accurate and complete. It perform integrity check on files after they are transferred, validating that the source data matches the destination data. These process ensure that no data is corrupted or lost during transfer, which is critical for applications like financial records, healthcare data, and legal documents. And the next we have is a encryption. All data transferred using AWS DataSync is encrypted using transport layer security. These end-to-end encryption prevent unauthorized access or a interception of the data while in transit. Encryption is essential for maintaining compliance with data privacy regulations like GDPR, HIPAA, and other security standards. And the next we have is a monitoring. AWS DataSync integrates with the AWS CloudWatch, allowing user to track transfer progress, monitor performance, and receive alerts if any issues occurs. These visibility ensure user to make immediate action if a transfer fails or it's delayed. Monitoring help organization maintain operational efficiency and ensure the data transfers are securely and timely. So these features collectively make AWS DataSync a powerful, secure, and efficient solution for data migration, synchronization, and cloud adoption. So these are the features of data sync. So the next topic is how the data sync will work. Firstly, it will install the agent. So AWS Data Sync requires an agent to be installed in your on-premises environment. The agent acts as a bridge between your on-premises storage and AWS. It can be deployed as a virtual machines or as an application depending on your setup. Once deployed, it securely connects your on-premises environment with AWS, enabling data transfer. So the next it will connect it to the storage. After installing the data sync agent, you need to connect your on-premises storage to AWS data sync. This typically involves configuring your storage systems to interact with the data sync. You will also need to specify the AWS services you want to transfer the data. So the next we need to configure the task. In this step, you configure the actual data transfer task. You define the source and destination for the data, select the file or directories to transfer, and set additional operations such as how often the transfer should occur and what performance setting to use. You can also choose option for data integrity check and encryption during the transfer. Transfer data. Once the task is set up, you can start the data transfer. The data sync agent will efficiently move the data from on premises storage to AWS using a high speed optimized protocol. Data sync is designed to minimize the impact on your on premises storage while transferring large amount of data quickly. So monitor and verify. As the transfer progresses, AWS Data Sync integrates with the AWS CloudWatch to provide real-time monitoring. So you can track metrics such as transfer speed, number of files transferred, and any error that might have occurred. CloudWatch also stores logs that can help you to verify the success of the data transfer and troubleshoot any issues at that arise. So these end-to-end process ensure that data can be securely and efficiently moved from one premises environment to AWS storage services with minimal impact on existing operations. So the next concept we have what are the benefits of AWS data sync. So the first benefit we have is a speed. It's up to 10x faster data transfer. So AWS DataSync uses a highly optimized parallelized transfer protocol that can move data up to 10 times faster than the traditional method, such as manual transfer or using basic tools like RS Sync. This speed is achieved through efficient data handling and minimizing network latency, making it suitable for transferring large data sets quickly, whether it's from on premises to AWS or between AWS services. So the next we have is automation. So AWS DataSync automates the process of transferring data on regular schedule, reducing the need for manual intervention, whether it's moving data daily, weekly, or any other interval. It handle the automation. This is especially helpful in environment where large amount of data need to be continuously or periodically transferred, ensuring efficiency and consisting without uh, requiring manual effort every time. Cost effective. By automating data transfer, AWS DataSync significantly reduce the manual effort needs for data migration. This not only save time but also cut down an operational cost, as it's reduce the need for IT teams to handle the data movement process manually. With DataSync, the overhead of data management is minimized, and you can also allocate resource to move value added activity. Easy to use. Data sync is designed for simplicity. The setup process is straightforward with minimal configuration required. You just deploy the agent, connect your storage system, define the transfer task, and start the process. It does not require deep technical expertise, make it accessible to team with very skill level. This user-friendly interface allow you to manage transfer easy and efficiently. Security. It is a top priority with AWS DataSync. Data is automatically encrypted in transit using TLS encryption, ensuring that your data is protected while being transferred. Additionally, AWS integrates with the AWS Identity and Access Management to control who can access the data transfer task. Providing storage access control, these ensure that only the authorized user and the system can initiate it or manage transport, safeguarding sensitive data from unauthorized access during the transfer process. So these benefits make AWS Data Sync a powerful and efficient solution for organization looking to move large amount of data securely and quickly while minimizing manual work and operational cost. So the next concept we have is a use case of AWS data sync. So the first use case is data migration. AWS data is sync is ideal for migrating large amount of data from on-premises environment to AWS cloud storage services like S3, EFS, or a FSX, whether it's for cloud adoption, infrastructure modernization, or scaling. Data sync helps business quickly and securely move large data set with minimal disruptions to operation. It's a faster, more efficient solutions compared to a traditional manual data transfer methods. So data achieving. Organization often need to achieve large amount of old, less frequently accessed data. AWS Data Sync enable business to transfer this data to cost-effective storage solutions such as Amazon S3 Glacier, which is designed for long-term data achieving. These reduce the need for on-premises storage management, freeing up local resources and lowering operation costs while keeping data secure and accessible. Backup and a disaster recovery. AWS DataSync can be used to create automated backups of critical data for disaster recovery purpose by transferring regular snapshots of data from on-premises system to AWS. Business ensure that their data is protected and can be restored quickly in the event of any disaster. So these provides peace of mind knowing that the data is not only backup but also easily retrievable from the cloud. Cloud data processing. Once the data is moved to AWS, DataSync can help streamline the transfer of files from processing with AWS compute services such as Amazon EC2 or AWS Lambda. For example, you might transfer large data set to Amazon S3 and then use AWS services for machine learning, big data analytics, or a real-time process. Data sync simplifies the movement of data from on-premises system to the cloud, enable faster data processing in a secure, scalable environment. So these use cases demonstrate the versatility and power of AWS DataSync for organization looking to improve their data transfer, storage, and process workflow in the cloud. So the next concept we have are limitations. So when it's come to its data syncs limitations, the first we have is a storage compatibility. AWS DataSync supports specifies types of on-premises storage for data transfer, namely NFS, MSMB file shares. These mean that if your on-premises storage is not based on these tools, you will need to reconfigure or use a different method to transfer the data to AWS. Therefore, its compatibility is limited to environment that use these file sharing protocols. So the next limitation is cost consideration. So while AWS DataSync offers fast and reliable data transfer, cost can accumulate for large-scale data migration or transfer. The pricing model is typically based on the amount of data transferred, and as the volume increases, so do that associated cost. Organization need to carefully assess and estimate transfer cost, especially for large data sets, to ensure that the solution fits with their budgets. So the next limitation we have regional availability. AWS DataSync is not available in all AWS region. It's important to check for availability in the specific region where your data is stored or where you need to move data. If AWS data sync is unavailable in the desired region, you may need to explore alternative data transfer solution or adjust your infrastructure accordingly. So these limitations should be considered when evaluating AWS data sync for data transfer needs, especially for environment with unique storage requirements or large scale migration. So the next, AWS DataSync pricing. So first, pay as you go. AWS DataSync operation on a pay as you go pricing model, meaning you only pay for the amount data transferred. There is no upfront fee or a long-term commitments required. These make it a flexible option as you go. Scale your data transfer needs up or down based on your specific requirements. So, breakdown. This cost is typically calculated per gigabyte GB of data transfer. Prices vary depending on the AWS region where the services is used as well as the storage destination. So, example calculation. If the cost of transferring data is a dollar 0.012 GB per GB and you are transferring 100 GB of data, the cost would be calculated as a $1.25. Therefore, transferring 100 GB of data would cost $1.25. However, pricing may vary by region, so sure to check the current rate of your specific location and destination. Note cost may vary based on the region and the destination of your data, such as Amazon S3, Amazon EFS, or Amazon FXS. Always review the most up to date pricing information in the AWS pricing calculator or AWS data sync pricing page before initiating transfer. So let's go to the AWS account. I'll show the data sync, AWS data sync, but I will not create the data sync because it's not a free, it is a pay as you go. So that's why I'm not creating any demonstration here. I'll just show how to demonstrate the things. So search for the data sync. So see, AWS DataSync simplify, automates, and accelerate moving the data. It's a online data movement and discover service that simplify and accelerates the data migration to AWS, as well as the moving data to from one on-premises storage to edge locations and other providers in the AWS storage services. And here they have also mentioned the pricing part. So here there are no upfront cost or minimum fees. You pay what the platform you use per gigabyte for free amount of data transfer between your storage location. Task configured with enhanced mode or also charged a free per task execution. These fees cover the use of service managed or a cloud infrastructure to move, verify, synchronization your data. In addition, you are charged standard request data transfer. So in the left side corner, you can three dots, click on that and go to the task. So here click on create task. So here the first step is configuration source locations. So here they're asking for two locations if you want to create a new location or a choose an existing locations. So I'm creating new location. Configuration location type. Which location type? Here we have so much of locations. So Amazon EFS, FSX, S3, HDFS, that's Adobe Distributed File System, Microsoft Azure Blob Storage, Network File System, Object Storage, or a server message block. So here I'm using Amazon S3. So it will automatically take the region. So here it will asking for S3. In the S3 bucket I have created a two bucket, that is one is source and another one is the destination. So here it will we are starting, we are configuring the source location, right? So here in this browse, so here choose for the source bucket, choose. Here use asking for IAM role. So I have created for S3 demo. I have role created. I have selected that one. So this is the source location. So or if you want, you can also auto generated these things. So see, AWS DataSync S3 bucket access, it will be generated the role for us. So let's click on next. So here they're asking for the destination location. So configuration type should be Amazon S3. So here we need to browse for destination. So choose. So and the storage class should be in a standard, or we have several storage destination. I'll keep it as standard. So here click on auto generated. It will create a role for um, data sync destination. Previously we created a role for source. This time we have created for the destination. So click on next. So here they have asking for task mode. Your task options and performance might vary depending on the task mode you choose. Task mode cannot be changed once the task is created. So here we have two options. One is enhanced and another one is a basic. When it's come to enhanced, transfer virtual unlimited number of objects with the enhanced metrics, more detailed logs, and higher performance than basic mode, currently available for transfer between S3 locations. So in the basics, transfer between AWS storage and on-premises edges or the cloud storage subjects to quota on the number of files and object data sets. Lower performance are than enhanced mode. So uh, based on your requirements you can select. Here I'm not creating anything, I'll just showing how to create, so that's why I'm keep it as enhanced. So here it will default. So logging, so click on next. Then at the last, after all the task has been that the you have first given the source part and the next day you are given the destination part, at the last you can create the task. I'm not creating anything here because it's a it is not a free of cost, it's a pay as you go method. So this is how the task things will work. So in the destination, you can create a data transfer task, get started. So here, while explaining theoretical part, I have told you in the how the data sync will work. Then we need to install deploy the agent. So to transfer data between self-managed storage and AWS storage services, ensuring you have deployed and started with the agent VM. You can agent can run either on the on-premises hypervisor or not. So here you have several, so EC2 hypervisor, VMware, and KMVM. So here keep it as VMware. So here you need to give the endpoint type. So it should be in a service endpoint. And here you have a activation key. Activation securely associate the agent you deployed. So it's automatically get activation key from your agent or a manual. Uh, Agent address. You need to give the agent address here. After that, click on generate key. You will get a key to access the things. So I will not create anything because it's a pay as you go method. So that's all about the practical things of the data sync. So that's all about the AWS data sync. I'll explain everything, every concept of data sync, and also I've shown you how to create the task and agent, everything. So that's all about AWS data sync. Thank you.